So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I guess you could say it's a average kind of day today. It's trying to rain a little bit right now, but I don't think they're calling for much this afternoon. But anyway, first thing on the agenda, we're going to get some more of those IBC totes ready to go for Levi to fill up with firewood. I was planning on kind of wrapping up the firewood cutting, but as long as I keep getting the logs in, I'm going to keep cutting, especially maple and cherry, because it'll dry nicely before next fall. It dries pretty quick. And if things keep going the way they are, I think a lot more people are going to be burning wood next winter. We'll see what happens. Because around here, mostly everyone we sell to, they just burn on their patios. They have fire rings and things like that. Maybe a few fireplace inserts. But generally speaking, most of the people that we sell to is for recreational burning. But I think that may change next year. We'll see what happens. And by the way, did you see these new fuel standards? Maybe you can shed some light on this if you know anything about it. I tried to do a little bit of research on it. I can't quite figure it out yet, but I think I may know a little bit what's going on. They're saying by 2026, all cars have to average 49 miles per gallon or better. Now, the way I read it was, let's take Ford, for example. We have a Bronco and an F-150. Their cars, their whole fleet of light-duty vehicles, everything that they sell, the average miles per gallon would have to average 49 miles per gallon. So if they continue to sell, I don't even know, 800,000 F-150s a year, and they're averaging, let's say, 20 miles to the gallon, well, they're going to have to sell a whole bunch of other cars that get like 60 miles to the gallon. So personally, I think it's going to get all screwed up, but pretty much like everything else. But we'll see what happens. So if you're in the market for a vehicle that'll actually pull something and haul something, you may want to buy it in the next year or two. That's just my opinion. But if you know more about that, please let me know in the comments or shoot me an email with a good article explaining it in detail. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I'm just not sure how it's all going to work out. What I don't understand is cars like that are already available. If everyone wanted them, they would buy them. I think Prius, I think they sell about 50,000 of those a year. They're out there, but I don't think everyone has a need for one of those. But it's interesting times. It really is. But before we head down to the wood yard, I need to head into the house and get myself a hoodie. Although it's the 1st of April, it's still pretty cold out here. It feels more like the beginning of March. This one here's bent up a little bit. We'll try to straighten it. I think when it's all said and done, we should end up with about 40 of these, I think, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, so here we are the next day. I'm down at the sawmill here. My rope came off. This rope is used to drive the power feed. It's pretty much the only thing I do not like about this sawmill. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. And you know, this gets wet out here and things. If this mill was inside, this probably wouldn't be as big of a deal. But occasionally this rope will get loose and you have to adjust it. And sometimes, if you're working real fast, it may pop off the pulleys. I'm going to try this right now. I'm not sure. I always struggle remembering which way it goes around here. But we'll fire it up and try it out before we tighten it all up. So this right here is your feed. What we're going to do, we're going to start it up right now. And I'm just going to hold this rope right here tight, maybe even with my foot. Push this lever forward. If the mill starts moving that direction, we know we got it right. Yep, that's the right way. All right, I got this big old red oak on the sawmill here. I got my rope tightened up. It's all ready to go over here. This log right here is one of Uncle Jay's. A while back, we sawed up another one for him, and this is the other log that he has. I positioned it on the mill this way because it's got a big crack. I mean, there's a little crack here, but on the other end, this crack here goes all the way through it. And he wants some 16-quarter pieces out of this. I think he's going to build a big table. And the other log that we put on was a little bit bigger than this. So this one should actually be pretty easy. I've got the excavator parked right there. I'll take a slab off the top, come down 4 inches, 4 more, then probably flip it one time. This one shouldn't take too long for as big as it is. sometime here in the near future I need to get this all stacked and stickered. But this walnut, if you remember that video the other day, I wasn't extremely happy with this walnut, but it's actually, looking at it now, it's actually pretty nice. Underneath here is some real nice white oak. Got some 8/4 in there and some 4/4, big wide boards. I think they're 17, 18 inches wide. But I'll get this all stacked and stickered here in the near future. I had to move it back just a little bit. When you put these big logs on the mill, I'll show you what happens here. This blade guide right here, this rod, on those big ones, you know, you've got that blade guide way over and that rod sticks way out, and it would have hit that stack of lumber. Usually not in the way until you get into this big wood like this. All right, there's a few bad spots in this, but there's lots of good usable wood in here. Right in here we got ourselves a little ant condominium in here. Check that out. This would be a great piece for those guys that do that epoxy stuff. Yeah. Well, what always amazes me when I get into these old logs like this, you know, this thing's probably been down for, I don't even know, 3 or 4 years maybe. You know, the outside's all punky, nothing to it at all. But how wet the wood still is on the inside. But anyway, I think we're going to have to cut this video a little short. The guys from Black Knight Chimney are up at the building. They are putting another 2-foot section on top of the chimney. We needed it when they installed that Regency stove. He just didn't have one, so they brought it back, and they're putting that on right now. And I just got the call. I'm going to meet the driver, and wait till you meet this guy up at M&R Power Equipment. And we're going to go pick up the new track loader. That will be the next video. But anyway, like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks.